Beautiful evening, beautiful people. It is Akunna, and we are back again, reporting live from Tulsa, Oklahoma, where we will be popping out this Saturday, August 30th, from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Cheyenne Park for the Park Pop Out. I've been having a blast, an amazing time having conversations with our vendors, with our founder and visionary, with our activity leaders, just the people that are going to be a part of making this event a success. And it's been so great getting to know a little bit more about them. Now, today we will be joined by another guest by the name of Sunshine, and she is the owner, founder, the beauty behind Sunshine Henna. More about her background and her vision for it, because I know that henna has a lot of misrepresentation and miseducation. So join me in welcoming Miss Sunshine. Yay! Okay, that wasn't a great dance, but it's okay. Let's see. Let's see. Technology. Oh, I was about to start freestyling for y'all. No, no, no. It's not Friday yet, but she should be joining shortly. And here she is. Greetings. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. We're
Hey, hey,
here.
hey.
Peace. How's it going?
Pretty swell. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I've been having such a great time doing these conversations. So, another one. Yes, with the flowers.
I know I had to throw that little one on.
Awesome. So let's dive right in. First, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Okay, my name is Sunshine. I am a 24-year-old artist and college student. I am pursuing my master's degree in education so I can start the best schools ever one day. I am also an artist. Right now, my medium of choice is henna. So I make beautiful art on your skin. And yeah.
Awesome. Now, it sounds like you are into other mediums of art as well.
Yeah, so I also love to like paint and draw and crochet, and write, honestly. I appreciate art in all of its forms. So yes. I
Yes.
actually feel like everything is art and everyone is art and this conversation is a form of art and like I just feel like everything's art, low key, high key. So
No,
yeah.
it real definitely. I completely relate to that, and I love expression, artistic expression in all forms. Like I'm a journalist, but I get a lot of writer's block. So I was like, let me just start talking to people because this comes
Yeah.
way easier than sitting down and trying to write about someone. So yeah. Now, where are you originally from?
Hey, boo. Sorry, I saw somebody comment. I'm from Ohio. I was born and raised in Ohio, actually. And then 2 years ago, I moved to Colorado and I spent a year in this itty bitty mountain town in Colorado. I call it my little sabbatical season. But yeah, I lived in Colorado for about a year and then I've lived in Tulsa. It was a year in July that I've lived in
Oh,
Tulsa.
congrats. Happy
Yes, I love it.
anniversary. What brought you to Tulsa?
What brought me to Tulsa? Well, to tell you that, I gotta tell you, we have to jump to Colorado first, because like there would be no Tulsa if there wasn't Colorado. So,
Okay.
okay, what brought me to Tulsa? Like, I was always gonna come to Tulsa eventually.
Hmm.
So the goal was always to move to Tulsa one day and start my own schools here. I have like a passion for the youth of this area because of the history of this land. We
Mm.
have, like Black Wall Street and the Azusa conferences that were held here, and to me, that speaks volumes to the community and the love and the power
Mm.
that the people of this land had. And I believe that, that was stolen from them and it was broken. But, I'm in the education realm to be a teacher. I believe if we properly retrain these youth and help heal the youth, then they can grow up and then they can be the next people running the Azusa conferences or Black Wall Streets, because these are the descendants of these people. So the power's still in them. We just got
Yes.
to dig it back out of them. We got to show
Yes.
them who they really are. So I was always going to move to Tulsa for that reason. I was living in Ohio, minding my own business. Then sadly, my sister went to heaven, and the grieving process was like, grief is hard. So it
It
was like
is.
really crazy. And I realized I was going to die in Ohio. I come
Mm.
from a crazy past, and I realized I needed to be taken out of that environment to properly grow. Sometimes you got to pick the flower and replant it so that she can keep
Mm.
growing. So that's what had to be done. So I moved to Colorado, and I literally said, God took me on a sabbatical. Because I was in itty bitty mountain town. The entire town is only 50 miles. You can Google it. It's called Salida. Salida actually means the exit in Spanish, by the way. And
Mm.
again, I feel like I was leaving like a lot of trauma and abuse, and like I was leaving the old version of myself. And so I landed in Salida. And I spent about a year in my mountain town. I was serving at a middle school. I love children, obviously. Got a little racist. It definitely got a little
Mm.
racist. I was carrying the Black community because it was an itty bitty mountain town, little retirement town. It's primarily white people. Um, to sum it up, basically, I got cussed out and called the N word for parking too close to a man. And I decided I didn't want to live there anymore. So I moved
Yeah,
to
it's time to
Tulsa.
go. They don't deserve you anymore
Yeah,
after that.
nah.
Look, your time, you had the time to be there, you had the time to leave there.
Yeah, I served my time, girl. Can
Look.
I also just say, you look so beautiful. You're just glowing. I love
Oh,
the
thank
earrings, the headwrap,
you.
the dress. Like,
You too. Your name is so fitting, like sunshine. You just brighten up my day every time I talk to you, even through text.
oh,
I'm like,
thank you.
yes, for sure. And oh my gosh, you just hit so many points that I can relate on. Definitely like my nomadic journey and coming to Tulsa. I got a degree in criminal justice because I wanted to work with at-risk youth. And I did that for some time, but it was for a nonprofit and I wasn't able to like really express what I wanted to and pour into them in the way that I saw fit.
Yeah,
So I had to kind of like shift away from that because it felt like a part of me was dying, just like
yeah,
you said. And there was a point in time a couple years ago, I had an epiphany and I was like, wow, I used to always feel like I was going to die young. And what the
mm,
epiphany was, yeah, if I continued living that life, the way I was living was not sustainable. So
mm,
technically, I did die young. That version of me did die in order for me to birth this new version of myself.
yes,
So I feel that completely. And I love the fact that you have such a passion for the youth because that's what the Park Pop Out is all about. Like, yes, we love the adults and everything, but we're really trying to hit the family unit, everyone together, because the family unit is definitely under attack. And it
yeah,
starts with the children because
yeah,
they're the ones that are going to carry the torch. They're the ones that are going to continue what we begin. So we have to teach them properly. So we love that for sure.
yeah, I agree.
Definitely. So tell me a little bit more about Sunshine Henna. What made you decide to step into that? What was your first experience or your first being I don't know why the word's not coming, but your first experience with henna is what I'll say.
Yeah, like my exposure. I think like
Yes,
exposure made me
yes.
say, I got you, girl. Like we got each other, yeah. But so honestly, there's this girl. Her Instagram is at Ink on Earth, and like y'all should go follow her because it's her birthday. So
Oh.
like, yeah, that's so cool. She just turned 22. She's 22. She's a 22-year-old Black woman, and she does henna. And she's the most well-known Black woman henna artist that I've ever been exposed to. I found her on TikTok. I don't know, some time ago, and I was like, wow, you're so cool. Like, and I always thought henna was so cool. And I've always wanted to be a tattoo artist. So I'm
Mm.
like, henna is just like a temporary tattoo. Duh. So I could like start doing henna and then work my way up to tattoos. So
Mm.
the girl, Ink on Earth, her name is Brianna or Brianna. I don't actually know how to pronounce it. But like I started DMing her like, hey, I think you're so cool. Like I want to do kind of too. And she's so genuinely supportive. Like she was like,
Oh.
you should do it. Like go for it. She even does like virtual classes. I haven't taken one of her classes yet,
Yeah.
but I would love to one day train under her. But like she was just really inspirational because I hadn't really seen Black women doing this. But it's
Mm.
so funny because the henna plant, it originates in East Africa. So it's not like it's not culturally ours also, but
Right.
I think like it was lost from like our
Mm-hmm.
people because you only typically hear about the Indian or like the Hindu people utilizing henna like culturally. But like we did also, we utilized it for ceremonies, we utilized it for weddings, we utilized it for its like healing properties that it has for like our skin and our hair. Like we've always been using it. So
Right.
like for me, it's about like reintroducing our people to like one of our lost forms of art. Cause like, you know me, I love me some art. And like art is so healing. And like we
Yes.
weren't aware that this is our art too. So I
Right.
kind of want us to take it back. So
Yes.
roughly in May, I literally just started practicing on my students. I ordered some henna and I was working at a high school. Shout out McLean, Titans for life. I never went to a Tulsa high school, but I fully claim McLean because that's the school I taught at.
Look,
So that's my
honorary. You're
school.
honorary member. Yep.
Yes, 29, 29, period. But yeah, so I started practicing on my students. I literally would just have them call their parents at lunch and give me permission. And as
Mm.
long as their parent gave me consent to do henna on them, then boom, I practiced on those kids. And I just kept doing it on the kids. And it was, for me, it's like it's free. It's free for them. It's free, like, so it's free as far as they don't have to pay for anything. And it's also free as far I don't have to pay for models or go looking to find
Mm.
people to let me practice on them. They're my students, and like they were eager, they felt cool, they thought they had a temporary tattoo, and then it was so nice too because these are teenagers and they admired me. So no
Yeah.
matter how ugly it was, they're like, "Wow, Miss Finney, oh it looks so good, oh I love it." There were times at the beginning I was like, "I'm so sorry." They're like, "Nah, Miss Finney, we love it," and it just really helped like with the confidence. Like,
Yes.
so that was really nice. But that's definitely been like my introduction to henna. I've definitely
Yeah.
been expanding from there. I started selling on Greenwood Avenue, and I've been getting booked for like events. I do like hourly rates, and I'm walking down the wedding street.
Yay.
I do have my first wedding booking. It is for next year, so it's not anytime soon or anything. But like, I'm really excited because again, like we used to utilize henna in our ceremonies, in our weddings. Like we were able to recognize the symbolism that could
Mm.
be gifted through using henna. So
Yes.
I want us to be able to bring that back. I want to like
Yes.
be able to help educate us again so that
Mm.
we can, continue to spread that kind of art. Because like art to me is a physical manifestation of love. So
Mm.
yeah.
Mm. That's beautiful. Ooh, I love that. I want to touch on 2 points that you made. Number one is re-educating, bringing back something that used to be ours, but has been warped. Because as we see throughout history, there's so much that has just been inverted and like sold to us when it was free. Like
Right?
even sometimes I feel so dumb buying water sometimes. I'm like, but it's there.
Yeah. Literally, water should be
Yes.
free, plants should be free.
So definitely that. And then even just the inspiration behind the park pop out. This used to be normal. We used
Yeah.
to just have community block parties and stuff every
Right.
Friday. You knew that we would be meeting at this place to do this thing, to speak to each other. And now we just be like,
Mm-hmm.
like barely
Mm-hmm.
making eye contact. Some people I can't even get the customary head nod in the store from.
Right.
So right. So I'm really excited for this and for you coming out, especially because the vision aligns so perfectly. And the second point I wanted to touch on is the fact that you were able to learn while doing, because a lot of times these systems are not set up for different types of learners. It's just like everybody fits in one box, everybody has the same assignment, everybody turns in the same homework, but that's not how we learn. And
Yeah.
especially you being an educator, I'm sure you have seen that throughout with your students. Some people need special accommodations. Some people need for you to go slower. Some people might need a faster pace or they're going to get distracted. That might be me
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. But but it's just so beautiful to hear about that for sure. Can you tell me about some of the health benefits? I know you briefly mentioned, but a lot of times people may think, oh, like for me, I grew up in a Christian home that I wasn't even allowed to read Harry Potter. So
Mm-hmm.
like anything about even I wasn't allowed to do the temporary tattoos. So if I would have came home with some henna, oh, it was over. So I know there's a
Yeah.
lot of like misinformation about it, but there are actually a lot of health benefits. So can you tell me about some of those?
Yeah, so I'm going to touch base on the physical health benefits, but I also want to talk about, because I meant to mention this when you asked about my henna business, but the Sunshine Henna name,
Yes.
because even with that, I feel like that's gonna play more into like the more mental health. But then I do still want to touch about the henna physical health because the brand is all about like I want it to be about like helping to heal people. I want it to be like a
Yes.
healing experience. So it is called Sunshine Henna because I want to generally be adding like light or
Yes.
sunshine to each person, each client who I encounter each day. And that's not only the people who book with me and get henna. When I'm at
Mm.
events, when I'm out and about, and people are just walking by my table, I want them to feel warmth. I want them to feel
Mm.
a ray of sunshine. And I don't mean physically, I want them to feel it energetically by how I interact with them. I want my smile to make them smile. I want to give them
Yes.
a compliment to make them feel good. I want to,
Mm.
just be able to speak life into them in one way or another because, those are things that, again, used to be normal. Like we used to naturally, just pour into each other and speak into our brothers and sisters when we saw each other. But
Right.
that's becoming lost. And that's another
Yes.
lost form of art because that's art and that's love too, if you ask me.
It
But like that's
is.
something else that's becoming lost that I want us to bring back. And okay,
Mm.
so boom, let's get into some of the physical benefits of henna. So henna is the best way to color your hair. I don't want to say
Mm.
best, healthiest. It is the healthiest way because best is relative. Girl, you might think
Mm.
that hair dye is what's best for you, but it's killing your hair.
Right.
Henna will not kill your hair. Henna will actually strengthen the hair particles. It can repair like damaged hair. Of course, you got to still clip your ends if they're that bad, but it can really help like just really strengthen your hair follicles. And henna, so it's plants, it's mashed up plants, and that's how it becomes a paste. So the colors are very natural, but typically you can mix them to get some kind of a vibe that you like. Yeah, I think natural is better anyway. So like it's really good for if you want to color your hair or change your hair without using the harsh chemicals.
Mm.
And henna can also be really good for, and this is for the natural, the complete natural henna. So I use my henna has one synthetic ingredient. I'm completely transparent about things. I use one that has xanthan gum. It's just a preservative. Just a
Mm.
preservative. Makes it a little bit more affordable for me. It is what it is. But the real natural henna, if you were to have like not a fully open wound, but if you had a wound that was healing, something that's really nice and that we were able to do is you could get a henna design over it because sometimes we're insecure about our cuts and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and it is safe. Not only is it safe for that open wound, now I don't mean like freshly cut fresh,
Right,
like,
right.
but like a wound that still isn't fully healed, you can put the henna on it, and not only is it safe for your skin, but it has certain healing properties to where it'll help that those skin cells repair themselves faster.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
that's something else that's really cool. It can be used on wounds, not only for decoration, but also for healing. Those are honestly
Nice.
my favorite benefits because I know, like, when I get little cuts and stuff like that, like, I used to feel really insecure about them, but now I know I can offer that. And I've already had clients who do that, be like, hey, I have this scab or this scar.
Mm.
Now, it will not heal scars. If your
Right.
skin is scarred, your skin is scarred. You need some
Mm.
shea butter and some cocoa butter, babe.
Yeah.
But if you have that open cut, if you're trying to heal it up, the henna, yes, that will help to heal those skin cells. So
Nice.
that's like one of my favorite. And then the fact that we can color our hair. I'm big on like changing my hair up, but I don't like having to dye it and I don't like having to
Mm.
bleach it because I know that it's not good for my hair, me
Yeah.
personally, and I'd rather use something that could help me. So
Right, right. Oh, that's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Because once again, there's a lot of misinformation about there and a lot of like ignorance, not to use such a harsh word,
yeah,
but
no,
yeah, like we just don't know. And there's so much information just in general out there that it's like, oh, why would I even research that? Well, now you don't, now you
yeah,
got it.
exactly. Come ask me. And if
Yeah.
I don't know, I'll research it because I'm passionate about this.
Yes, definitely. Now, do you have a favorite type of design to do?
Yes, vine work. I love vine work. I just did vine work with some of my classmates today, and it was so much fun. Like, as you can tell, your girl loves a
Hey.
good vine. But yeah, I just love vines, like leaves, and like, I do love my flowers and stuff, but it's just something about like some really intricate vines. Ah, chef's kiss.
Nice, nice. I was thinking of having my next tattoo be a hibiscus, but having the roots be like my where my veins are. So
Ooh, look, if you
until
want to get
then,
practice,
yeah,
we
you
can see what it
know,
looks like. We can do a little henna vibe.
take it. Just take my arm.
Yes.
Just take it.
I was like, I'll take it, girl. Yes.
Awesome. Now, tell me more about like your friends and family when you started this business. Did you get questions? Were they like, "What in the world?" Or were they just open to it as a new form, a new medium that you were exploring?
Oh man. How do I want to answer that question? So I'm not one of those people who comes from like a big support system or like
Mm,
a big network of people. I'm trying to build my tribe and my community. So there was no like friends and family, told them about the
mm,
business. Like, no, I moved to Colorado by myself. I moved
mm,
to Oklahoma by myself. I exist in this world by myself. I got a mama and I got a couple sisters. I love them on most days. But kind of like a lone wolf season.
mm,
It's bittersweet. I feel like I'm stepping out of it, per se, but we'll say like, yeah, no, I didn't really have that experience, and I don't want to make
mm.
one up.
No, I appreciate that. I love the transparency. I have honesty tattooed on me, so I love when people tell the
Period.
truth, you know? And,
Mhm.
you know, every season has a reason. So I'm sure that maybe that was a cocoon phase. You're growing some wings, you know, you're learning how to fly. And, you know, with this park pop out that we're starting, well, continuing, but expanding on, that's what we want to do. We want people to come in and make new connections. We want you to leave there with 5 more bookings, 10 more bookings with people that are like, okay, I'm going to start getting henna every month. You know what I mean? Some
Yeah.
subscriptions, all of that. So we are super duper excited to have you join us. I'm going to get my hibiscus, or I might just let you vine it up. I'm not sure.
Ooh.
Now, before we head out, is there anything else that you want to share with our audience?
You're definitely gonna want to come to the park pop out because one of the things that they're raffle giving away is a
Yes.
henna hangout. I will
Yes.
come give you and whoever else you invite unlimited henna for 2 hours. Everybody just gotta fit in for that little 2 hours, but it's called a henna hangout, and we will be raffling that away. And while I'm there, I'll be doing like $5 to $15 designs. So very low price. Come catch a vibe. I'm so excited to experience it. So like you should definitely come experience it with me because like yay.
Yes. Well, thank you so, so much, Sunshine, for joining me today. And I'm so excited to see you on Saturday and see the beautiful designs that everybody's going to get done as well.
Thank you so much. This was awesome. I look forward to seeing you Saturday.
Awesome. You too. Have a beautiful rest of your night.
Okay, you too, peace.
Peace. All right, you all. So that was Sunshine. And man, when I tell you her name is so fitting, like I don't even need to say it because you just saw the infectious joy and laughter and even the passion that oozes through as she speaks about what she does. So definitely make sure you come to the park pop out this Saturday, August 30th, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. at Cheyenne Park, also known as John Starks Park, but we call it Cheyenne Park here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Make sure you check out Sunshine's table, get yourself a henna design. It's not only for women. Men can get it too. Shout out to With Love Sage, who is in the building right now, and we are going to be having our conversation tomorrow, as well as my conversation with Nay of Crocheted by Nay. Super excited to continue sharing these wonderful individuals with you all. And just know that these people are your neighbors if you're in the Tulsa area. They're right next to you. They're right down the street. They shop at the same grocery stores as you. So we definitely want to stimulate that local economy. We definitely want to create community throughout this. So looking forward to hitting the Instagram back. I don't know where I was going. I was going to say something, but anyway, coming back to you all tomorrow with more conversations leading up to our event. Have a beautiful night. Peace.